Well, it didn't play out as planned. Markets were expecting a Democratic sweep and a definitive winner. Neither happened. But at the end of the day, we saw gains anyway, and it seems the thinking here is that markets are okay with it because it means a split U.S. Congress for at least the next 2 years. That could also increase the chances for a new stimulus package, likely a smaller package, but perhaps sooner. So U.S. markets were higher for a third straight day, and they are looking at the biggest gain in that 3-day stretch in 7 months, while the NASDAQ saw its biggest one-day gain since April. And then Bay Street was also higher after its biggest one-day gain in about 2 months. So what does all of this mean for Canada? We went to one Canadian economist for his perspective.
This does suggest that Americans' ability to join Canada on things like climate change may not be as strong or as positive as we would have expected in a more decisive Democratic win. So maybe a bit of a sigh of relief for some elements of the energy sector and not quite as positive for alternative energy. But we do know that on issues like trade policy, who occupies the White House has the biggest impact. And we simply don't know how to respond to that yet.
Now, we did see oil move higher today on better than expected data out of the U.S., while Western Canadian Select was little changed. Some of the big winners on markets today in the wake of the U.S. election included stocks in the tech sector. Names like Apple and Facebook did see healthy gains, and the dwindling chances of a Democratic sweep means less oppressive restrictions on these tech names. Now, marijuana stocks on Bay Street, like Canopy Growth and Aurora Cannabis, did take a hit today. Democrat Joe Biden has talked about legalizing marijuana on a federal level if he wins, and obviously this may not happen now if Republicans hold on to control of the Senate. Now, we also saw big gains in shares of Uber and Lyft. In fact, Uber hit a one-year high today, and here's why. This is related to something on the ballot in California, which now confirms app-based food delivery and ride-hailing driver status as independent contractors rather than employees. So essentially, voters sided with the company rather than the gig workers. It is known as Proposition 22, and California has often been a leader in establishing policies like this, which are later adopted by other states. In the 680 Business Center, I'm Kris McCusker.